Okay, so in today's video, we're talking about translations. So basically, translation is just a fancy word for how it moves, right? That's it, and you can only move like up, down, right, and left. So let's look at this first section here. So if you have x plus 2, right? Well, the x-axis, they go right and left. So if you have a plus 2, this means right 2. And then on the y here, we have y minus 3. And notice y-axis goes up and down. So if you're minusing, that's going to be a down 3. Now all I do is I take the point that I have here, and I go right 2, down 3. And my new point is right there. Now that point, if I wrote it out as xy, so it started off as 1 minus 1. So from my origin, if you need to mark your origin, I go 1, 2, 3 to the right, so that's a positive 3 there, and then down 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's a negative 4 there. Now whenever you are given a blank graph like this, if you want to write your numbers out so that you know what they are, like, that's okay. You can do that. There is no shame in that game. So if you want to go ahead and do that, why don't you pause the video? And if you're like, nah, I got this, Miss Rawolf, then absolutely you got this. You don't have to fill it out. But it's up to you so that you can make sure you get the right thing. Now, see, I said 3 and negative 4. With that being said, you could also see this. 1 plus 2 is 3. What? Negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. So that's 2 ways to check your answer, okay? So we're going to use this x plus 2, y minus 3 again inside. Okay, so inside here, we are going to take a whole shape, right, that's on the graph, and we are going to move it. Now, first things first, I want to write out this point. So this point from the origin, back 1, up 2, so that's back 1 is a negative 1, up 2 is a positive 2. Then for r, we go back and down, so negative 1, negative 1. E here goes right 2, so that's positive, down 1, that's negative, so we got 2, negative 1. All right, so remember, lefts and rights are your x values, ups and downs are your y values. Now, we're going to do the same thing, right? This plus 2 means we are going to go up 2, and then this, I'm sorry, right 2, and then this y means we're going to go down 3. So I'm going to take each of my points, and I'm going to do that. So for A, I'm going to take it 1, 2 to the right, down 1, 2, 3. So here is A prime, and we call it prime if it's the new image. The pre-image is like the prehistoric, the old guy. The new one is going to be the image. So A prime in this case is going to be 1, negative 1. Let's do R. So R prime is the next one because it's the new one. So 1, 2 to the right, down 1, 2, 3. And that is going to be 1, negative 4. E prime is the next one. So we go right 2, down 3. Oop, I forgot to write R prime. Here's E prime. And that is 4, negative 4. Now notice, it just looks like we took this whole shape and we went right 2, down 3. That's what we basically did. And once again, I can double check that, you know, the points match with the math. So negative 1 plus 2 is 1. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1. Negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. Negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. All right, why don't you guys try this next one on your own? Give me the M, the J, the K. All right, so those are the points of the prehistoric pre-image. So M, J, K. We're gonna do the same movement. We're gonna go right 2 and down 3. give me the M prime, the J prime, and the K prime. All right, hopefully you got those points and your image, all of the points moved, just right 2 and down 3. Okay, here's the next one. We have -2, -3. So -2 here, this means left 2, and -3 means down 3. So if I go left 2, down 3, there's my new point, and that point is -1, -4. And that works out, right? 1 minus 2 is -1. -1 minus 3 is -4. So we are using the same pre-images, right? So I have those pre-written down because, yeah. Once again, we're going left 2, down 3. So I'm going to take my A here. Left 2, down 3 is my A prime. And that is -3, -1. Left 2, down 3 is my R prime here. And that gives me -3, -4. And then left 2, down 3. Ooh, this is on the y-axis. So this is going to give me, let's see, 0 for my x and -4 for my y, E prime. And once again, it looks like I took that whole image and shifted it left and down, all right? And even the math matches up for each of the x's and the y's. All right, why don't you try? All right, this should be your answers. Again, it just looks like I took the whole thing, shifted it left and down. This one we are doing +2, so that means right 2. Oh, but now we have a +3. How nice is that? And that means up 3. So I'm gonna take this point, go right 2, up 3. Here's my new point, and that point is 3, 2. And that works out math-wise, right? 1 plus 2 is 3. -1 plus 3 is 2. So the math works out as well. So once again, using that same pre-image for both, this A prime. So right 2, up 3. That looks like it's 1, 5, and that math works out as well. R prime, right 2, up 3. It's like doing slope almost, you know what I'm saying, with like points or like a whole shape. It's basically what translation is. So we got 1, 2. All right, and then this tells me go right 2, up 3. This is my E prime, and this is 4, 2. And once again, it just looks like I took all of this shape, right 2, up 3, and those are my points. And they match, right, with the math. Like 2 plus 2 does give me 4. -1 plus 3 does give me 2. So the math works out as well. All right, I want you guys to give me this new M prime, J prime, K prime using that same rule of right 2, up 3. All right, so you should have moved your image like so, and then these are your pre-image points as well. I hope you did so great. All right, my last little flap here. So let's do this. Let's go left 2, up 3, which makes sense math-wise, right? 1 minus 2 is -1. -1 plus 3 is a +2. So the mathy-mathness works out as well. Okay, so once again, we're gonna use that same information. So we're still gonna go left 2 and up 3. And we're gonna do that for both of these guys. Is my new image. And once again, it does look like I took that whole thing, went left 2, up 3. And all the mathiness works out for my points as well if I use that math that's written up top teeny tiny right here. Okay, so we're gonna do that again. Let's see if you can get M, J, and K correct on your own. All right, hopefully you got the answers right. And here's how your image should look. Sorry, the camera's shaking. But this is the end of the video. Of course, if you have more questions, your teacher will be able to answer after you've watched the video.